This week we're in Thompson for 80 laps in the Tour Mod hosted race for the K5 League members. We qualified P2. Sage got pole. We got 19 out here, 10 AI, 9 humans.
All right, man.
We got a clear day, running daytime. I don't think I've ever had restart zones. I didn't know that was a thing.
Pit road is now open. Next car is the leader. All right, man. Caution is out. Caution is out. Line up single file. Pit road is closed.
All right, come back to the green already. Maybe it's only...
Get ready.
Oh. There must have been some setting that got changed in the UI.
All right, man. Pace car
Unless this is a new thing that they implemented for every track. Restart zones.
Green, green, green.
And you have to run it now? I don't know. Wasn't my intention to run that, but we are. Yeah, we got 80 laps here at Thompson. This is in daytime. The officials is in night, but I figured try to run it in the day and see
You just hit the fastest lap.
what happens with the tires. The track percent I think is like 20 to 30 I set. So we did laps in practice and qualifying, but then I took some of the rubber away just to see what would happen, because it gets really rubbered up really quick, and with the AI really put a lot of rubber down in one lane. Seems like the AI wrecked on the start, so hopefully they don't come back out on track, but if those two, the 60-47, come back out, I may disqualify them. So we don't have to deal with AI nonsense. Yeah, I don't know if I've ever recorded a video at Thompson. I've raced here a long time ago, but I don't think I've really done anything recently out here since I've started recording videos. One of my best ever races was out here in the old late model. I think it was a league race like 10 years ago that I ended up, I don't know if I won on fuel mileage or if I finished second on fuel mileage, but it was one of those races where I was basically clutching at the finish line or halfway down the straightaway to coast into the corner, and was running faster lap times doing that than actually trying to race the track. But in officials, this can be a quite chaotic place because it's top lane. Middle lane is surprisingly a little bit useful in this car. But mostly top lane, you want to kind of stay above that pavement. At least it used to be. Maybe it's not so much anymore. But one of the OG tracks, of course being in Connecticut, was not far from iRacing headquarters to go scan. So there is a road course that we never did get. That would be interesting to have, but we don't, and I don't think we're ever going to get it.
That was your fastest lap of the session.
Once we get to the AI, that'll be a big mess, I think. They like here they like the top side, which is correct. So for us to have to pass them, we're gonna have to go down low, which you can do, but it's, you can't really get great drive off the bottom side. And I thought about doing more laps than 80, but I think 80 80 is going to be one of the shorter races we do. I've basically taken whatever official is and added a set number of laps. This has been the least amount of increase on the officials. I think Richmond was as well, but I think Richmond's a little bit bigger of a track, so the amount of laps we added to more distance. This one being a half mile, I think there's only 5 extra laps in this. But sometimes not more laps doesn't make racing better. We can go low here
Got one outside.
before we get to the AI, but can't get the drive off the bottom. Should have spread the AI strength out a little more. Right now I've been running them the 10 AI on a 5% difference. So the slowest AI is going to be 5% slower than the fastest in the iRacing settings. And I think that just doesn't give them enough separation to each other. We got the ones coming out of the pits. That's fine for a bit until they cause an issue. Whoop. So maybe I should have tested 10% split just to see if I could get them away from each other a little bit. But that, I don't think that always works either. At least it's not like a linear scale, I don't think. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. I just kind of wanted to try to get them away from being side by side. Right now they're not. Well, we'll get to the outside stage, see if we can get
Still there.
around them before we get to the AI.
Still there. Hold your line. All clear, all
We
clear.
do. Now we gotta navigate the AI.
All clear, all clear. Outside. Stay low.
And we don't want to touch them because they overreact when that happens.
Clear high. You're in first place. Outside. All clear, all clear. Outside.
Gonna have to use the low
Still
side
there.
because they got Raymond up in the wall. Hopefully we didn't pick up a cone.
All clear, all clear.
Oh no, Raymond stopped. They're all wrecking.
Caution is out. Line up single file. Pit road is
All right, coming back to the green here. I don't know if that was AI that caused that or if Raymond just got into the wall. Looked like then Lee got into Sean or
Get ready.
something happened. Anyway, we've kicked the two
All right, man.
other AI that are many laps down.
Green flag, green flag.
It doesn't look like restart zones are enabled. They may have just added a new note on the outside lane that I've never seen before. But we're back racing. Trying to shorten cautions if we can, just to keep everything moving. I know it's not fun to miss the restarts,
Clear low,
but I don't think anybody was coming out of the pits by the looks of it, and everybody was already a lap down, so. I only get back to the AI once. They're quite quick this week. I didn't change them from last week, but the setting track to track always varies. So it's always, you got to go in and do a little bit of a test just to see how quick they are relative to myself. But I only ran like 5 laps, if that, and saw that they were slower. Not by much, but usually the AI has worse fall off. Most of the time. As long as they're slightly slower and we can get a move-in barricade to go around into a run, that's kind of what the goal of the AI is. Track's very top lane dominant. I don't know until we get to the AI if it's even possible to really pass anybody. Setup's pretty free, especially on exit, but if you wait on the throttle, it just you get such a run from the top side that anything off the bottoms, it's pretty much impossible to get a pass. That's what makes officials at this track so not so fun. Because you almost have to pinch somebody to make a pass and force a pass. That it's just difficult. And against random people that don't really have racing respect, that gets frustrating really quick. Top 4 are hanging on, or at least the 3 behind me. I see Dan up here. Dan must have just spun, because I think I just barely saw him last lap, and he was listed as 8th, so must have had a slide. I've been thinking about doing a series, not a series, but a season of NASCAR Racing 2003 with the late models there. I don't know if I'll record that, but thought about doing a season there with the, it's not new, but it is a newer late model, or not late model, modified mod. because those have all the northeast tracks that the modifieds go to, including Thompson and a bunch of tracks that I haven't even been to in the virtual world. Well, I haven't been to a lot of them in person either, but a lot of virtual. You got Star and Monadnock and White Mountain Motorsports Park, all the northeast tracks that the modifieds visit that we don't have in iRacing, and probably won't get by the looks of it. It's just really slow on track content that's not refreshes or renewals of existing stuff we already have. And it makes you wonder, like, is all the short track content we have everything we're ever going to get? Because there's not a lot new stuff coming out for it, and it's not that popular because of it. I don't think it's not super popular. I mean, oval's already a niche thing itself, but short track racing's even more niche and doesn't really get the love, unfortunately. Alexander's got around Sage, and he's probably gonna find a way around us if I can't get to these AI in time. So we got Dan up here fighting the AI for position, and we're going to be fighting to put them all lap down here in a minute. If I can get off the corner here, at least have a little bit of a break.
You're clear high, clear high.
For a moment.
Got one outside. Still there? Hold your line. Stay low, there's a car on the high side. You're clear high, clear high.
I can do a slider line and get up in front of them.
Got one outside.
Oh, that was way too far.
Stay low, there's a car on the high side. You're clear high, clear high.
Tried to go to the apron, but there was no apron there. And then it just straight lined up the track. Get a 4X from it, but everybody, luckily it was the AI. And luckily he didn't bounce off the wall and do something really dumb like I did. Oh, and we hooked the wall.
You got one inside.
Yeah.
Still there.
Hopefully the AI has a run off the top here.
Stay high, there's a car on the low side. All clear, outside. Alright man,
Oh.
caution is out, caution is out.
Let me get a
Line up,
caution.
Single file. Pit road is closed. Left up, 60.
All right, coming to a restart. We'll have 13 to go here. Probably won't have any contention with AI
Get ready.
or lap traffic anymore. Just gotta get a good restart.
Alright, man.
I think
Space car is
Alex is still quick, so
Green flag, green flag.
decent restart. We can get up the track. Can we hold on to first? Probably not. I'm thinking Alex has just been quick, but we were held up for contending with lappers. So it wasn't easy for him to get a run and make a pass.
Caution is out. Caution is out. Line up.
Alright, trying this again. We'll have 8 to go here
Get ready.
on this restart.
Alright, man. Pace car is
And
in.
get a good launch this time.
Green, green, green.
I think Alex washed up the track. Hopefully now we can just get some good exits and not have to worry too much about behind us.
The car in C2 just set the fastest lap. 18 points.
Well, not if he set fast lap speed. That's not good.
5 to go at the line. We're in a podium position.
Fortunately, it's one thing to catch somebody, it's another to pass, so. But if I blow the corner, it's not going to be very difficult for him to catch us.
To go.
I think the white flag's going to come at the right time because he is right there.
One more lap to win.
Not much room for a mistake. But we have a little bit of a buffer. Car length or 2. Enough to hold on to it. Oh, that was a good race.
You won. Awesome job.
We had five of us finished. 4 of us did not. And the AI 4 survived on the lead lap there. And a couple of them were booted for, I don't know if they caused trouble or not, but
The race is over.
hopefully not. Hopefully everybody had fun. If you want to join, we're going to be, I think next week's Concord. That will be a Friday. And then when we go to New Hampshire, I may move that to Thursday, depending on, well, I'm going to New Hampshire, so I don't know if I'm headed Friday night or Saturday morning, so I may move the New Hampshire race to Thursday night instead. But yeah, we'll play. More details will come on that later. But yeah, 9 p.m.'s on Friday, at least Eastern time. Your time zone may be different, but yeah, we just run these races, tour mods, and maybe we'll do something else next season. But yeah, thanks for watching.